The Pescosolido Secret. The Pescosolido Secret. Don't you love that name, Pescosolido? That is the name of a couple that I met and spent a week with in Mexico. Bill and Michelle Pescosolido from the Dallas, Texas area. And I was down in at a MOB event, and they had just had their first $100,000 month, and I got a chance to spend some quality time with them. I'm going to tell you a little story. I won't tell you everything that they taught me. I don't want to embarrass them. And some of it is privileged information that was in that small group that we were part of. But I'm going to tell you something really cool. I hope you benefit from this. This is something great that I learned from Bill and Michelle, and I hope you'll benefit. But first, the commercial. Just for watching this video, I'm going to give you my book, or offer to give you my book, How to Get Super Rich in the Opportunity Market. It contains my A to Z formula that's made me tens of millions of dollars selling to this business opportunity marketplace, people who are looking for ways to make money. I started with hundreds of dollars, turned it into millions, and it's all right here in my book. Go to heytj.net, HEYTJ.net, or you can click the link on this page if you're not on YouTube. I'll send you this book. It's yours absolutely free. My 26 greatest secrets that are all put into one little formula that anybody can follow. HeyTJ.net. So let me tell you the secret I learned from Bill and Michelle. I had known them for about 3 days, and when you're part of the MOB experience, Matt Lloyd always, I've been on several of these excursions. It's great. Matt knows how to treat his members, and he took us, we were on this swimming with the sharks. That's what it was. Swimming with the sharks. This is in Cancun, Mexico, and these are whale sharks. So they're not actually sharks, I don't think. But you can swim with them, and it's a big tourist thing. Google it. These are the biggest sharks in the world, but they're more like whales than sharks. They're called whale sharks, and yet they have enough features that sharks have. So they're not a whale, they're not a shark, but nor will they eat you. So you can actually swim with these things, and that's what we were doing. We went on a boat. And we went out. It took us an hour to get to the place where the whale sharks were spotted, and they come up and they feed on the plankton. Yeah, that's what it is. So they don't eat flesh, but they eat the plankton up on top of the ocean water. Anyway, so you go on a boat and you go out there, and then the boat gets really close to them, and you jump out and you swim with them. And so I was there were 3 boats. And I was in the boat with Matt Lloyd and Bill and Michelle and probably half a dozen other people, and it was scary. I got out there and I was swimming around, and you have to wear the mask and the fins, and I was very uncomfortable. I got really close where the big mouth of this thing, a huge mouth, scared me. It really scared me. It was a great experience. Swimming with the whale sharks. Google it. It's really cool. Put it on your bucket list. So on the way back from the swimming, we had to go another hour to get back to our hotel just by the boat, and I watched Bill and Michelle shoot a video for their market. Whatever advertising they were doing on Facebook, whatever paid posts, and just put it on their Facebook for everybody to see. And I was sitting right next to them, and I was watching them shoot. They had a little selfie stick. Hell, I didn't even know what a selfie stick was back then. This was like 3 years ago. I didn't even know what a selfie stick was, and I was watching them shoot their video. I was right next to them, and I was in awe. I was absolutely in awe. Because they were shooting this video together, and it was so seamless, and it was so perfect, and they're an attractive young couple, and they're working together, and they're making a lot of money together. They just made their first $100,000 in MOB, and they were making a bunch of money with some other deals that they were doing, and they were loving life and living large and living the dream, and that's what their video was. Hey, we just got back from swimming with the sharks, and they were living the dream, and they kept going from back and forth with the selfie stick, and one would talk and the other would talk. It was just so romantic. It was so cool. I fell in love with both of them right then on the spot. Because I kept telling them, Every married couple wants what they have. Every single married couple, because, you know, the chance to work with your spouse, and of course I got a chance to do that the first 12 years of my business. My wife and I, she ran the business and I did the marketing. So, you know, it just that reminded me of days gone by, and it was just such a cool thing. Such a cool thing to watch two people deeply in love, having the time of their lives, making a lot of money, working together, two as one kind of thing. So romantic, so beautiful, and they were so perfect on camera. They were just so absolutely perfect. And so I complimented them, and I kept complimenting them throughout the week that I was there, because it was just so amazing. I got a chance to witness them in action, and here is the punchline now. Here is the secret, okay? It's taken me 6 minutes to get to it, but it's worth it. So Bill and Michelle both told me that prior to that, they had done about 600 videos. So now it's probably going on a couple thousand now. And they told me that some of their early videos were horrible, and that I could even go on Facebook or YouTube or whatever and find some of their early videos. And they told me just how terrible their early videos were. And yet they just kept working at it. They kept working at it and working at it and working at it and working at it. You know, and that's the secret of success right there. I mean, when I saw them 3 years ago, I mean, it was perfect. It was polished. It was just absolutely brilliant what they were doing on camera. But they had spent years shooting 600 videos. I think at that time they said they had been doing it for 3 years. So now they've been doing it for 6 years. And they talked about how horrible their first videos were. So they learned. And you know, that is the entrepreneurial way. That's my story with so many things now. The things that I do, I'm just now starting to shoot videos myself. So I'm just now, you know, this is one of my early videos you're watching now. So give me another 3 years and hopefully I'll be better. I won't be better looking, I can tell you that. But hopefully I'll be better. And, but it takes time. It takes work. It takes effort. It takes practice. You got to fall on your face. It took me 10 years to become a public speaker. 10 years. Now, during that time, I was giving seminars. We were giving dozens and dozens and dozens of seminars during that time, but I was so afraid to speak in public that I was getting sick before the event. I would sweat profusely. I would forget what I was going to say. I would lose my voice sometimes, the stress, and it was just horrible. And yet I didn't give up. I kept, not that I'm a great public speaker. I'm not going to tell you that I'm some great public speaker, but I will say that I got better and better and better and better at it. The fear went away ultimately. I learned how to enjoy it. It's one of the greatest things I do now for satisfaction, really deep levels of satisfaction, because I overcame my fear and I continue to improve. I've done the same thing with copywriting. It took me 8 years of writing copy before I was good enough to write copy for people outside of my own customer base. Prior to that, I could only write to people that knew me and trusted me and had previously bought from us. And, you know, then we had to hire freelance copywriters to help bring in new customers, people that didn't know us or have any kind of a relationship. But I kept going at it. And I kept, you know, a lot of hard work. And this is the classic entrepreneurial story. So I hope you've learned something from this. Don't give up. Keep moving forward in the direction of your dreams. Anything that's worth becoming great at is worth doing poorly in the beginning. So you'll get better as you go. I was reminded of the Bill and Michelle Pescosolido story this morning as I'm learning how to create VSLs and video sales letters. And on those video sales letters, I have to read my copy. And yes, I ad-lib just a little bit, but I have to read it and make it sound like I'm not reading it. And I'm really good at ad-libbing stuff. I'm, never knowing what I'm going to say next. I'll do a 3-day seminar with just a handful of notes. But yet, when it comes to reading copy, verbatim, man, I'm no good at it. I hate it. It's so much work for me. And yet I know that if I keep doing it, might take me 100 VSLs, and I'm going to get good because I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn what works the best. I'm going to develop the skills. You see, that's really so much of what we call success. It just all boils down to skills. Skills that are developed over a period of time. But in the meantime, as you're developing them, you're going through a lot of difficult situations. So anyway, Thanks for watching the video. I hope I've helped you at some level. Let me give you as an ethical bribe my book, How to Get Super Rich in the Opportunity Market, and gives you my A to Z formula for the things that have made me millions of dollars. It's yours absolutely free, the digital version. Just go to heytj.net, HEYTJ.net, or if you're not on YouTube, click on the link on this page, heytj.net. And remember the Bill and Michelle Pescosolido story. And if you ever happen to meet Bill and Michelle, they are great people. I can't think of anybody better to do business with, except for me, maybe. No, just joking. But you'd expect me to say that, wouldn't you? But Bill and Michelle are great people, and if you ever have a chance to work with them, do. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you'll reach out to me at heytj.net, and I hope something I've said has helped you. Hopefully we'll make some money together, and thank you. I'll look forward to meeting you, and no cost, no obligation to get my book, and bye for now.